Okay.
Here we go. Hi, welcome to the Single Status Show. Today's special guest is Karen McDermott. Hi Karen, welcome to the show.
Hi, Rochelle.
Why don't you introduce yourself to the audience?
Well, my name is Karen McDermott, aka Akua. I'm a spoken word artist, a motivational speaker. I'm single. I'm loving it. I'm liberated. And just loving life.
You are now working with...
I'm working with a community organization called Inspired by Coco, basically facilitating a program. It's a Bella program for young women and young single mothers, where we go out and basically encourage women to be all they can be and really see their beauty and really, see that they're liberated and they have the ability to succeed. I work alongside with Coco, who's an excellent motivational speaker. She's been doing this for about 19 years. You could find that information on inspiredbycoco.com.
She's been motivationally speaking for 19 years?
19 years, and she's excellent. So we've been working together, trying to find out new ways to reach young women, especially in dealing with even bullying situations, young women who feel like suicidal or who've gone through abuse. We're really trying to reach out to them and, to show them that they are, beautiful, they can be educated, they're liberated and fully capable of succeeding if they want to.
Okay, Karen, I want you to share a little bit of your spoken word poetry with us. Take it away.
Sure. Akua. I saw, I wept, I bled. I slept, I've lost, I've gained. I conquer, risen, and fell. Then I dwindled alone in shame, I fall. I heard, I listened, I spoke. On words I gag, I choke. I feel, I felt, I touch. My heart swollen, frozen, melts, I fall. Then through summer, winter, spring rains, God planted seed inside my womb. A flower blossom blooms, I rise. To see, conquer, and be blessed. To learn from tired hearts, eyes, and minds, I rise. From the abyss of the devil's kiss, I climb, I fly. From anguish, suffering, delinquent minds, I break chains of broken hearts, lost minds, haunted souls. My ebony skin no longer dull, it shines and it glows. In my heart, eyes, and smile, God shows. I will embrace His love into my bosom, His joy into my mouth, and His peace into my mind. I rise, I have risen from my own self-inflicted prison. I stand tall as a mighty woman of God, His truth never denying. I run, I skip, I stand rooted on the tip of Mount Zion.
Awesome. Totally awesome. My favorite line?
If you're looking for a health coach or to be more healthier, contact Rochelle. She is amazing. So she won't only deal with you health-wise, but also...
Okay, let me just finish the poetry. You're so funny. Karen, my favorite line from your poem is, I have risen from my own self-inflicted prison. As single women, we often imprison ourselves in more ways than one, whether it be because we choose to remain isolated because it's easier, or a lot of us remain in prison because of our food choices. It's so much easier to be enslaved by food than it is to make a huge change. When you're doing it on your own, I should say my clients have an easier time. But doing it on your own is tough, and it's easier to be enslaved by your choices. Whether it be for food, whether it be for some other addiction, whether it be for staying in the bad relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So ladies who are watching, you can rise. I have risen from my own self-inflicted prison. Let that be something that you can truly say for yourself. Why don't you start telling us your single woman story?
Okay. Well, grew up in Toronto, Canada. I am a Canadian.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Love being Canadian.
Canada.
And I got pregnant at a young age. I had my first daughter when I was 16, and I had my second daughter when I was 20. So I have two beautiful children now, gorgeous children, just like their mom. But back in when I was in a relationship, I was in a 7-year common law relationship, and I was proposed to. Was supposed to be married, but inside of that relationship, I saw a lot of things, and there was a lot of verbal abuse, which really broke me down and caused me to not value myself or see myself the way that I should have seen myself. I pretty much accepted a relationship at that time that was broken, that was distorted, and that, just didn't fulfill any of my needs or compliment me in any way. I'm not saying that's totally the other person's fault, but it's the lack of knowing who I was, a lack of knowing who I was and valuing myself the way I should have. I left that relationship and just started trying to focus on myself, because at that time I was pretty, really low. My self-esteem was low, had a lot of insecurities, and that not only happened from the relationship, but also from being a young mother, a single mother, and also from even childhood. I wanted to be strong, but I didn't only want to be strong inside of performing poetry, but also in my entire lifestyle. As a mother, as a way that I take care of myself, the way that I look at myself. So I really was yearning for that holistic life. Shortly after, I started performing poetry, and because I wanted to become more of what I was writing, I sought God, and God came into my life. Since then, I just really was able to more look into myself, see my own issues, see what I needed to deal with. Because I've realized a lot of what I've went through and a lot of what I lacked in the past, I have a really passionate desire to talk a lot to a lot of other single women, single mothers, and to try to empower them in whatever way that I can.
Do you think that going beyond just writing and actually sharing, it made a difference in the healing process that you had?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Very much healing. I had a lot of women come up to me after and open up about their life, and it helped me know that I'm not the only one. There's so many people that are going through, so many people that have gone through so many different forms of abuse, so many different forms of hurt, rejection. When we talk to each other, because no person is an island, we all live in this world, and inside of sharing, there's a lot of healing there.
You also decided that it was important for you to take care of your health. What you're doing right now is working with a personal trainer, right? Mm-hmm. So how did you get to the point where you decided you were going to do that?
As God has been in my life, and I know and recognize that He is my creator, I believe that He desires us to be wise in the way that we take care of ourselves mentally, spiritually, physically, holistically. When you see yourself as precious, when you see yourself as valuable, as worth it, I'm not just going to invest in a car. I'm not going to just invest in a house. Those things can perish. I want to invest in me, so that I can live longer, I can share more, this passion that I have to help others, that I could be, fully capable of doing that, healthy, strong, joyful. So I really saw it as important to invest in yourself, if anything, because if you're not healthy, how are you going to work? How are you going to enjoy that house? How are you going to enjoy that car? It's so important for us in this busy life to take time, to invest time and money into ourselves, into our body, into our health and our well-being.
Investments of time and investments of money are how we determine value. Whether that is right or wrong or to be accepted or not, that's how we judge value. And when we are in relationships where we are either abused or neglected or ignored or put down, we're always searching for someone to invest in us, either time or money or something to make us understand this. We have to come to the point when we realize that waiting on other people to invest in us is not necessarily the best way to go around it. Other people may be blind to the value. They don't value themselves. So when we're in relationships that are not positive, it's almost like we can't value ourselves when we're still in them. So listening to your story, I hear that you had to get out of that, even though you were in the relationship for what, 7 years, you said?
Yeah.
That is a long, long time.
Yeah.
And to break away from that would mean like a total change in life and lifestyle and everything.
God tells us, that He is our creator. We believe that originally. The way I see it, if He's the one that created me, then He knows how I'm supposed to live. He knows what's right for me. So I need to get to know this creator. And as you get to know God and He really begins to reveal to you how precious you are, how valuable you are, how worthy you are. He says we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And that is something to be so appreciated. We are light, we're gifts. When you look at yourself that way now, it changes your whole lifestyle. You feel like you went through that butterfly stage, like you had to kind of
be in the cocoon.
Yeah, be in a cocoon. You really have to take that time to kind of go through that cocoon and transform your way of thinking, your way of living, and be true to that. And once you find out how worthy you are and how valuable you are and precious you are, be true to that. Be true to you.
I love what you're saying. It resonates with me so much because this is the reason why I do the work that I do as a health coach. Because there are so many of us women who are just waiting to find our value. And sometimes we need support to get to that place. Whether we start with food, whether we start with exercise, whether we start with self-care in some other form, it has to happen in order for us to really come to be that butterfly. Yeah. If people want to contact you to get you to do spoken word poetry and to share the light and the talent that you have, how do they reach you?
Well, they can reach me at KarenMcDermott@live.ca. That is my personal email address. I'm also on Facebook and under Karen McDermott. Feel free to write me a post or a message. And if you would like me to do poetry at your wedding, at a school, at a community event, please feel free to contact me.
Awesome. Great. Karen, it's been so much fun having you on the show.
Yes, it's amazing. And just for everybody to know, Rochelle is amazing. She is awesome. So definitely get in contact with Rochelle. She's definitely worth it.
Well, I would say, ladies who are watching, you are worth it. You are worth the very best. So yes, like Karen said, if you'd like to work with me, you can just send me an email. I'll send you more information at the end of this video. Karen's transformation happened from the inside out. The first step she took is she decided to make a choice, the choice to get to know herself. We discussed this very topic inside my new ebook, Get Love, It's Better Than a Boyfriend. Inside the book, you will learn 15 ways to get more love regardless of your single status. Download your copy today at thesinglestatus.com. If you need personal attention or one-on-one support to make lasting changes for your health and happiness, just send me an email, Rochelle@thesinglestatus.com. I'll write you back and we'll set up a time to have a private consultation. Thanks for spending time with us here. I hope that you've been inspired. Now head on over to the blog and leave an encouraging word for Karen. I will most definitely see you over there. Take care of yourself, Karen.
Care, Rochelle.
All right. So
it's been fun.
Yeah.